Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how I did a fill with the color change. So I'm just starting off with filing my client's old acrylic off. Everything that I used will be in the description box and down below. Sorry guys, I had a brain fart. So as you can see, I'm just filing. You want to keep moving around your file so that way you don't create heat spikes. I think I have my nail drill at 12,000 RPMs. So I'm just filing, not keeping it in one spot. You never want to go onto the natural nail because this can create grooves in the natural nail, and this carbide bit is not made for the natural nail. So I'm only going to be showing you one hand, so that way the video is not so long. But when you're filing off glitter is very stubborn. But again, you don't have to worry about getting everything off, as long as your client picks a darker color than what the original color that you had on there. She came in not knowing what she kind of wanted, so I kind of had to really just file down. As you can see, you don't have to worry about getting all the lifting off at this step. You just need to make it thinner so that way when you go back in with the sanding band, it's easier for you. So I'm just trying to get this drill bit, or this bit is only for the bulk of the product. So I will be back in the next step. So this client really doesn't have too much cuticles. I'll try to get a video of a client who does have a lot of cuticles, so I can show you, those steps and things like that. But I'm just pushing these back, trying to expose the new growth and to peel off whatever skin was left on the natural nail. Here I'm going in with the sanding band, going around, making sure I get in that cuticle area, pulling the skin back a little bit, getting off any of that lifting that was left. You want to kind of make sure that when you're filling, that the natural nail and your old acrylic is flat, so that way it's easier for you to fill and a seamless application. But as you can see, I'm just trying to get off that lifting right there in that corner, because I had used the other bit. It is easier for me to remove that lifting without damaging her natural nail. So just don't stay in one spot, because this one again can burn the client. I think I'm at 5,000 RPMs on this one. A lot of people use it lower, but I like it at 5,000 when doing this, just to make sure I get everything off. Then I'm gonna go in filing to shape the nail, because again, when they do grow, sometimes they grow down. So I'm just trying to make sure that it is parallel and it's even and straight, because again, nobody wants a hook nail. So just holding back that skin, making sure it's not in the way. Her nails really don't grow down. Sorry guys, I'm out of the frame. So it wasn't that much filing that I needed to do. And she didn't want them shorter anyway, so I really didn't have to file very much. I'm just going in with the cuticle nipper to get that little excess skin. And again, you only want to clip the dead skin. Anything living will cause the cuticles to bleed, and you don't want your client to bleed. It's a big old mess. So just going in, being careful. If you're not okay with using cuticle nippers, you can get a bit that can go on the cuticle area to clean up those cuticles. So here I'm just using Igel Beauty. I forgot the color, but I will link everything again in the description box below. I am having to go in thin layers, only because the color wouldn't spread unless I went in and worked with a wetter bead to blend the color. So it did take a little bit longer and more for me to mess with the acrylic. And then as you can see, you can still kind of see the pink at the corner, so I gotta keep working with a whole bunch of beads just to get the consistency that I want, and then, well, the color that I want for blending it, and then to make sure I get the thickness that I need for the apex. Sorry guys, I'm a little out of frame. I kind of wasn't paying attention. It did flood the cuticle, so I'm just trying to fix that, because I do have to work with a wetter bead. Every time I move it, it's just going all over the place. But I did try to work with like a bigger bead on the other hand, and the color was just not blending, so I had to go back to just using smaller beads. But it's okay if it does flood the cuticle. You're able to just fix it, just pat, and then move it over. And you don't want to push too hard at this point, because when you pull it down, it'll just take off all the product, because it is a wetter bead. And then I did need to cover up all that pink, so it just needed to be a little bit thicker. And when you're doing acrylic and the color doesn't blend, it'll look really, really funny when you start to file and there's different layers that blended differently than the other layer. So that's what I'm just trying to make sure here. Sorry guys, I am out of frame. But I'll let y'all watch this and I'll be back. Alright guys, so sorry I'm out of frame here, but I just put a layer of clear acrylic on the natural nail on the ring finger so I could apply loose glitter. If you just apply the loose glitter onto the natural nail, sometimes it will cause lifting and it won't stay as well, and then so you just want to have something for the loose glitter to adhere. You don't want it too thick, that layer of the clear acrylic, because when you put the glitter and then you have to encapsulate the glitter, now you just have a thick chunky nail. And if your nail is too thick or your apex is not in the right place, it will cause lifting. So as you can see here, I'm just trying to make sure that all these glitters are in the right space, they're flat, but the glitter is just really not cooperating with me. So as you can see, I'm just having to keep moving it, slowly patting, because if you put too much pressure, all the glitter will just then come off. And then you go in and encapsulate it with the clear. At this point, you don't want to put too much pressure because it is still wet, and if you do put too much pressure, all the glitter will just come off when you try to even out your clear acrylic. So as you can see, I'm just patting, making sure that it goes into all the places that it needs to, and not pushing too hard, and then making sure that nothing went into the sidewalls, and just pat, pat, pat. Alright, so now I'm going in just to file the sidewalls, making sure they're nice, crisp lines. I think I forgot to push record for the pinky, so there's no pinky. So you want to again make sure you hold the customer's or your client's skin back, so that way you're not hurting them or filing off some of their skin. And then you don't want to file too much on one side because you will have a lopsided nail. And then I'm just here trying to hold on to her nail to file them. She doesn't like them too sharp, so I go in and round out the edges because she'll send me pictures of her when she scratched her face and stuff like that. So I try to, you'll learn like what kind of shape your clients like, or what kind they prefer going forward. And once you kind of learn that, your clients will kind of always stick to their normal shape unless they tell them. So as you can see, I'm just rounding out those edges right there, because again, she will cut herself. And then I just kind of want to make sure I look at it from all angles to make sure that they are nice and even. Sorry guys, I'm out of frame a little bit. Making sure I go in and get the little corner, because man oh man, they can be sharp. So now I'm just going in with my carbide bit. I think it's fine, and I'm just going around the cuticle area to seal it. As you can see, I'm making sure I really go around the glitter, since there was clear glitter and another clear layer. And then this is the one that was giving me a lot of hard times with it running around the cuticle area, and I was able to fix it. So that's why I'm just making sure that I do seal that area. And then going again around. With this one, you want to make sure, I think I'm going about 5,000 RPM, so that way I don't cut her. But if you are a beginner, please do not use this bit around the cuticle area if you are not comfortable, because you will cut your client. So now I've switched back to the sanding band, and here I'm just going to make sure that there's no lumps, bumps, or anything like that on the nail. And with this one, I'm just smoothing it out, making sure that everything is smooth for the top coat. guys, so that is going to be it for my video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not yet already. But this is going to be the final product. Thanks for watching.